All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Texas. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series back in action. This time at Texas. 98 laps here tonight. It's race number 4. Things heating up in this season. Who's going to take home the big Texas turkey leg? There's only one way to find out, baby, and that is watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the Buschwackers Series in action the day after Thanksgiving. It's race number 4 of the season. This is going to be a good one. 98 laps. Hang on, boys and girls. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. We got a good one here for you tonight. Right now, we are in the practice session. We're running a little bit late here. Guys sort of getting the kinks worked out. So just a few seconds actually left in the practice session. These guys go over to qualifications. We'll take a look at the track here at Texas. Located in Fort Worth, Texas. Good 1.5 mile course. Really a fun track. Banking in the turns at 20 degrees, turns 1 and 2 anyway, 3 and 4 at 24 degrees. And things get tight through that quad oval area there on the front stretch. So I got to keep your eyes peeled for some great action through that section of the course. I want to say, hey, thank you so much for coming in here and checking out TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving here in the United States. And, hey, a lot of people off here, so got a good little turnout here tonight. Better than I expected, actually, given the holiday. But, hey, thanks so much, man. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you're here. And share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share my videos. And then please go down in the description of this race and click on those links. Follow them over to the Fanatec website, regardless of whether you're in the European theater or if you're over here in the Western Hemisphere. And then if you'd like to make a donation, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. So again, thank you so much for coming in, and we got a good race here for you tonight on TurnLeftTV. It is the Buschwacker Series, always an entertaining series, and it'll be a great one. So right now in the qualification session, and we'll take a look at the schedule here while these guys do qualifications. Again, this is the 4th race of the season. Next week, the Monster Mile headed your way, Dover International, and then Martinsville, some short track action on December the 10th, Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle on December the 17th. We'll be off for Christmas on the 24th there at Talladega Super Speedway, back in action there on New Year's Eve. Uh-oh. I don't know. A lot of these guys are old. They don't go out on New Year's Eve. Homestead Miami Speedway, 98 laps on January the 7th, and finishing out the season on January the 14th at Kentucky Speedway, 98 laps there. So that's the season. And we are approaching, not quite halfway, but we're working our way well through the schedule here. Take a look at Sean Jacobs, his qualification attempt here. Chris Hughes, the top time here so far, 28.522. Sean Jacobs currently 6th on the grid, that 24 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on his outlap in the 91 car. Getting our chatters in here. Givaldo, Claudio both in here. Good to see those guys, Boa Noche and Boa Sorte tonight. Esta noche. Sometimes I mix up my Portuguese and my Spanish. Some of those words are very similar there, so I do that by design. It's because I guess it's noite. Noite in Portuguese. See the 91 here, 28.855 lap there for him. He's 9th on the grid. Chris Hughes is still at the top time. See Bardelli Jr. with that second lap, 28.522. 552, I should say. Givaldo qualifying 10th on the grid. Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action for race number 2. Homestead Miami Speedway, 120 laps there tonight, or tomorrow night. We've moved the times up by an hour, by the way. So it was used to be roughly a 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time start, but we're going to move it back to 8 to accommodate our friends in Brazil. So this is a good, very good series, Cup Series, open setups, 1X tires, 1X fuel, and a 60% damage setting. So you don't want to miss it. Come on out and join us if you'd like to do some racing on a Saturday night. Jesus Iglesias going out here to do his qualification attempt. Right now he's 8th on the grid. This is his second lap. .590 moves up to 6th on the grid in that 2X car. He was out here in the 9X a little while ago, so back in his old go-to paint scheme. We got to get him a legit paint scheme. Tonight's race was brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com if you're interested in the rFactor 2 server. Not only that, but WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, shared web hosting. If you're interested in any of those, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. This is who provides our servers here for rFactor 2. We always have solid connections here, so no complaints, self-managed. I get on there anytime I want and set up races, change settings, even do special events and so forth. So that's EliteHostingUSA.com. Rock solid. So about 2.5 minutes left in the qualification session. Everybody's pretty much qualified that is qualifying here tonight, so we've got a few minutes here before we kick it over to the warm-up session. Can check our side-by-side view and see if that's working right. It looks like it is. That's good news for us. Everything working like it's supposed to, so we'll be using that from time to time tonight. Well, who got the big win last week? How about 2 in a row for Colin Matiak? He got a big win at New Hampshire. Great race there, and outlasted Todd Robillard, Preston Hassel, Craig Marizon. And really, you know, it was a matter of pit strategy and, you know, what have you. But he did a great job. You know, congratulations to him on getting that win at New Hampshire. We will take a look at the qualification results here. Chris Hughes wins the pole position, 28.522 for that 7 car. Craig Marizon's going to start in the 2nd position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 will start 3rd. Preston Hassel in the 27 car start in the 4th position. Colin Matiak will start 5th. Jesus Iglesias will start in the 6th position. Starting in 7th would be Tiago Gomez in the 9X machine. John Stanley in the 12 car will start 8th. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts in the 9th position. Christian Wilson in the 8X will start in 10th. Starting in the 11th position will be Givaldo Spindle in the 68 car. Zachman Casey in the 29 will start in 12th. Starting in 13th is Glenn Wilson. Starting in the 14th position will be Will Dunbar in the 88 car. Got just under 6 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Let's take a look at the season standings coming into tonight's race. Paul Brown with 117 points. Not here tonight. He was actually in the chat session. Not here tonight, so it's going to take a little bit of hit in the points. Preston Hassel sits second. Christian Wilson third. Givaldo Spindola sits in the fourth position. Colin Madiak fifth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is sixth coming into tonight's race. Todd Robillard, not here tonight as well, is seventh. Dan Richter eighth. Sean Jacobs is ninth in points, and Ed Palumbo is 10th. So I apologize a little bit here. Forget the sound kind of a little bit off kilter. I've got a new computer, and it has been a little bit of a problem for me. It's really dial in all of the sounds that I have going here. You know, car sounds, music sounds, microphone sounds. Everything is, you know, even though I sort of mimicked the ones that I had in my old computer, or still on my old computer, they just have not really worked out that same way. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get my pick in here tonight, and you're looking at him right there in the 3X machine. And that is Craig Marizon. He's been close a few times for us, and I think tonight might be the night for him. So I'm going to make that pick, get it out there. Paul Brown saying good luck tonight to the drivers, so hope he's enjoying his mini vacation. So my pick tonight is Craig Marizon to win this race. Tight right there, man. Look at that, 3 wide. This is crazy. Definitely going to see a lot of 2 wide racing. I don't know how many 3 wide situations we'll see. We could see some here, but we'll see. Only one way to find out, right? And that's run this race. We've had a little bit of a challenge here with the new UI and this mod. Still a few things here, guys, sort of getting disconnected randomly, so a few bugs work out. I do want to say thanks so much to Brent Owen and all his work. You know, you're really getting it, you know, a much better situation than what we had. About a minute and a half left. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, Homestead Miami Speedway in the Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 2 of the season. Open setups, 1X tires, 1X fuel, 60% damage setting. Should be a fun one. 120 laps there at Homestead. Always a fun track. We'll take a look at the schedule in the Saturday Night Thunder. Of course, last week was Daytona. Heath Johnson won that race. My God, did anybody else show up? Bristol Motor Speedway coming up on December the 4th. Atlanta Motor Speedway on December the 11th. Nashville, great track there, coming up on December the 18th. Off for Christmas and then back at it at Kentucky Speedway on January the 1st. Pocono Raceway on January the 8th. You see Dover, the Monster Mile, on the 15th. Gateway Raceway on the 22nd. And then finishing out the season there in the Saturday Night Thunder at Talladega Superspeedway. 80 laps there. And that's going to be a great track, great race. So a very interesting schedule in the Saturday Night Thunder. All right, boys and girls, it's that time. Time to get this thing heated up here. Just like a leftover turkey dinner.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, boys and girls, this is Texas. And this is going to be a fun race. Take a look at the starting order here. Chris Hughes gets the pole position in the 7 car. Craig Marizon starts second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. third. And Preston Hassel will start in the 4th position. Starting in 5th is Kyle Maniac in the 13. Jesus Iglesias will start in the 6th position. Thiago Gomez starts in 7th. John Stanley will start in the 8th position. Starting in 9th is Sean Jacobs in the 24. Christian Wilson starts in the 10th position. Givaldo Spindola starts in the 11th spot. And Zach Casey will start 12th. Starting in the 13th position is Glenn Wilson in the 43. And the 88 of Will Dunbar starts in the 14th position. So 14 drivers joining us. I had the wrong track up there. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster, commentator, my gosh, and the guy who can't figure out how to update everything he needs to update before the broadcast starts. I need an assistant. Hopefully someone that looks like Ariana Grande or something. All right, just kidding. Not really. All right, Chris Hughes starts on the pole here, and he will lead the field to take the green flag.
Go, go, go.
Here we go. Green, green, green. Craig Marizon gets a heck of a jump there on the start. Chris Hughes there dropping back to the 3rd position. We'll take a look at him, and he's got a battle on his hands there with the 27 car. 27 trying to get by on the outside. Chris Hughes using some muscle there on the inside line, trying to clear that 27. These guys are side by side. That's exactly what that 3X car, Craig Marizon, wants to see. Already got some guys here off the pace. Chris Hughes has cleared that 27, Preston Hassel, but Preston Hassel's got some work to do. As Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the bottom line here. We're on board here with Preston Hassel. We're way too close to the dash. There we go. As that 91 car gets by, Preston Hassel now back to the 4th position. Colin Madiak in 5th, and you know he's not going to be satisfied with 5th, and he's looking on the low side, trying to figure out a way to get around that 27 car. Colin Madiak there starting to peek around. You know, he is itching to get that car to the front. Craig Marizon, the leader. Chris Hughes in 2nd. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 3rd. Preston Hassel 4th. Colin Madiak rounding out the top 5. About this, John Stanley here in the 12 car. Came out early tonight, just behind the 24 of Sean Jacobs. They're starting to get a little bit racy there as Colin Madiak. Take a look at him as he's starting to peak on the low side there below that 27. Thiago Gomez and Jesus Iglesias back there as well. As the 13 tucks in, and he's going to have to play a little protection there on the 2X of Jesus Iglesias, who was looking on the low side as well. These guys getting after it early. This is Thiago Gomez in the 9X machine, trying to hold off that 24 of Sean Jacobs. I'll tell you what, man, Jesus Iglesias trying to make a pass here on Colin Madiak. These guys getting racy. Look at this, the 2X machine. Jesus Iglesias down on the low side. There's Colin Madiak trying to squeeze him a little bit. He backs off, and Colin Madiak reclaims that position. Oh, it's going to get tight right here. The 2X machine using that bottom line and trying to get through. Dangerous area of the track right here. Oh, there's contact between the 2X and the 13 car. Jesus Iglesias into 13 of Colin Madiak. Swapping some paint. As Colin Madiak gets by, but I'll tell you what, Jesus Iglesias has got a whole lot of Thiago Gomez to deal with now. Looking out of the back of Jesus Iglesias' machine. Thiago Gomez, he's going to leave that door open, and Sean Jacobs is going to try to slip through. 24 car down on the inside line coming into turn 1. And Thiago Gomez was trying to get around Jesus and couldn't get around, and Sean Jacobs used that opening on the inside and not able to pull off that pass. Tucker sticks that car back in that spot. Look at this, the 13 and the 27. A little dangerous here early on. Oh, they're almost 3 wide through the quad oval. The 13 plays a little defense as that 2X car looking racy. The 27 of Preston Hassel up on the outside line here. He's got to be careful. Oh, he's going to smack the wall right there coming off the turn. Now he gets into the 2X machine. These guys are racing like it's the last 10 laps of the race. Is that 27 car trying to find a way to get down back in line. He's going to lose a couple positions there. So that got wild right there. Take a look at this a little bit earlier here. This is the contact between the 27 and the 2X. And the 2X uses that little rub there to get through. Good battle here. Thiago Gomez on the 9X in the 9X car. Oh, there's more contact than 2X and the 13. These guys just keep laying into one another. And something's going to happen here. I have a feeling there's a caution flag soon. These guys are 2 wide, sometimes 3 wide. That 2X clears the 9X. Now the 9X up on the outside line as the 27 slips out of the low line. He's going to try to get through. He can't do it. Look at that, man. This racing is getting intense here. Just ahead, Thiago Gomez and Jesus Iglesias. They got those things figured out here for now. Greg Marizon still continuing to lead here in the 3X machine. He wants none of that that's going on back there in the back of the pack. 7 car Chris Hughes having a good night here so far. Qualified on the pole. And right now a good run in the second position. Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car running in third. These guys still don't have it figured out back here. Look at this, man. Side by side. A 24 car looking out of the front of his machine. He's got to try to figure out which way he's going to go here. As the 9X, the 2X are battling it out. The 27 car, he's trying to slip through. Dangerous area of the track, trying to make some passes here through the quad oval area. Some drivers might disagree with me and say that's a great place to pass, but things tighten up in a hurry. 27 down to the inside line here, trying to get around that 9X machine. On board here with Sean Jacobs. Sean trying to figure out who he wants to go with. Looks like he's going to stay on the bottom side and give that 27 car a little bit of a push. My heavens, man. Look at this, Will Dunbar, the 88 car. Right now running in the 11th position. He and Christian Wilson running together. Christian Wilson running in the 8X machine. I'm not sure why he's got the 8X car, but nonetheless, he's got the 8X. I think he's got a car in the car set, and maybe he couldn't get to it. But running the 9X, or excuse me, 8X machine tonight is the 12th position car, Christian Wilson. Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car. He's running in. Uh-oh. We got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. Looked like Marizon came around as well, our race leader, so I'm not sure what went on there. Maybe some lap traffic. Take a look here as looks like 91 gets into the back of the 3X. It looks like the 43 had slid up the track, and Marizon got into the back of him. Look at this. This is 43. He's trying to figure out which way to go here. He's not sure weaving or what, but gets in the way right there. And then 91 and the 3X had nowhere to go and just a bottleneck. And again, you see the, I'm not sure, he got into the grass there. Maybe just car's off. Man, that was wild. Yeah, I don't know, man. It looked like he just maybe doing some mirror driving there and slid up the track. So a tough break there for Marizon, but the good news is that you can come down pit road and get that thing repaired and be none the worse for the wear. So we might get some guys coming down pit lane. We'll see. It does look like the 13 is coming down pit lane. 791. You know the 3X is going to come down pit lane at some point. He's got some damage. He's got to get fixed. So pit stops underway. First caution flag of the race. And I wondered how long we were going to last before we got a caution flag. That has just been some intense racing. Will Dunbar staying out. That Salesforce sponsor machine with some gold rims. It's popping right now, isn't he? Look at that battle right there off pit lane. Did you see that? Look at this battle right here with Jesus Iglesias and the 13 of Colin Madiak battling off pit lane. See if we can't get a little bit of a backed up view here of this. Right there. You can't hardly see it here. We don't have a good camera angle for that, but it's like Jesus might have gotten caught speeding on that. So Will Dunbar, the race leader, and I would suggest to you he's going to get those points. I then come down pit lane, start in the back on this restart. Take a look at the schedule here. Next week we'll be at Dover, the Monster Mile for 125 laps. Are we almost to December already? My heavens, man. Where's this year gone, huh? Martinsville Speedway coming up on December the 10th, 150 laps there. And then Pocono Raceway on December the 17th, just before Christmas. Taking the week of Christmas off, the weekend. Talladega Super Speedway coming up on December the 31st. Uh-oh. Guys will be kissing their loved ones at the stroke of midnight. Homestead Miami Speedway on January the 7th, and Kentucky finishing out the season. So we're taking a look at the schedule there in the Buschwackers series. So the 88 on pit lane. Colin Madiak will be the race leader. Will lead the field to take the green flag, and he's going to start on the inside line. As Zachman Casey and the 29 car will start on the outside. You see the 7 of Chris Hughes starts in the 3rd position. 24, Sean Jacobs move it up to the 4th position. Madiak has really worked hard to get the car to the front. And I think the rest of these guys are thinking, oh my God, man, we can't have him at the front because he tends to run away. I mean, last race, he just absolutely spanked the field. So here we are, getting ready to do a restart. Start lap 22. Pace car going in, lights are out. Madiak on the inside line will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
I'm not sure why those guys were laying back there. (13) and the 7 out there in front of the field. The 29, Munkasey up on the high line in that Toyota as Sean Jacobs trying to slip through. So Munkasey up on the high line, now back to the 4th position. Thiago Gomez just behind him, also in a Toyota. And that 9X machine, Preston Hassel in the 27, lead that Thiago Gomez looking like he wants to get around in a hurry. Very racy there. There's Sean Jacobs making that pass now up to the 2nd position, that 24 car. Another guy you got to be really talking about here in the conversation for a race win. There's Western Auto sponsor machine. Been a few races for him since he's got a race victory. I think he feels like his chances in the Saturday Night Thunder is a little bit better than in the Buschwackers series. He seems to like the Cup cars a little bit better, but nonetheless, he's got that car up front and competitive tonight. Munkasey now slipping back to the 5th position as Gomez gets by. How about John Stanley, man? He's up to the 7th position. He's starting to look at 5th and 6th. John Stanley and his Stanley Tools sponsored Ford. As Preston Hassel in that AMD Ryzen machine gets by. John Stanley looking maybe on the low side here. Coming off turn 4 through the quad oval. Stanley starting to give it a little bit of a peek there. Look at this, the 24 car down to the inside. Through the quad oval there. Not much room for that 24 car. He's going to make a little bit of room. Now our new race leader, Sean Jacobs in the 24. Getting around that 13 car. Givaldo Spindola. He's working at bottom line. He's the 91 and the 8X. I'll tell you what, the 29 car, maybe he did a 2-tire stop, but he has fallen like a stone. So Jesus Iglesias gets by. This battle here now, Kyle Madiak wanting back by side for the race lead, the 24 and the 13. 13's got the lead so far, or reclaimed the lead as the 24 up on the high line.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Get another yellow flag here. My heavens, man. We got another yellow flag. So 13 off the pace. Looks like he might have gotten caught in it. Take a look here. Through the quad oval. Looks like maybe contact there with the 24. And then that guy's spinning across the... Oh, man, it gets into the 8X machine. And then down to the inside. My heavens. We'll take a look here as these guys are coming through the quad oval area. Right here, it looks like that 24 car comes down, gets into the 13. And in the 13, I don't know how, man, he only got hit by one car. That 8X just absolutely hammers him. Going here on board with Chris Hughes to see his point of view. And that's hard to say right there. You know, from that point of view, it looks like they both kind of moving into one another. That's a tough one. It's on board here with Thiago Gomez. And that's a tough one there, man. I mean, it depends on the angle you look at that one. Really does. All right, looks like Jacob's definitely going to have to come down pit lane and get some service done on that machine. Looks like we do have one car out of the race. Glenn Wilson in the 43 off the pace there, so he's retired his machine. So it does look like the 24 is coming down pit lane. Preston Hassel also on pit lane. Take a look on board here with Preston Hassel in the 27 car. He's had a pretty solid night here so far. Pretty busy night for the 27. See the 7 car coming back out off pit lane. Matiak, the race leader, I would suggest to you he's definitely going to be coming down pit lane in that machine. He had a ton of contact with the wall. Preston Hassel, I think, when it's all said and done, will be our new race leader. Colin might surprise me, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, I think he's gonna come down pit lane. Matiak, I think, just dropping to the back. It doesn't look like he's come down pit lane here, so I don't know whether he's just going to wait here real late in this pit sequence or this caution sequence to make his pit stop. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is there, but I guess we'll find out. Looks like the 27 is elected to go to the inside line here. Don't forget to visit us at highoctaneracing.net. You get to a good link for the Discord server You can join us there. Also see what guys are running throughout the week in our rFactor 2 times section. And then, of course, point standings in our individual series. We've got a new series we're going to be announcing here very, very soon. So keep your eyes open for that one. And please visit us at highoctaneracing.net. So Preston Hassel has elected to go to the inside line here. Chris Hughes will start up on the outside line in that Camaro. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts in the third position. The 9X of Thiago Gomez will start in fourth. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X machine starts in the fifth position. John Stanley in sixth in that 12 car. I think he needs a good long green flag run. John has kind of been back there in the pack and got mired around and trying to avoid some of these accidents. Just as he seems like he's making a little progress, and we have another caution flag. Pace car is in. Here we go. Start lap 34. And the 27 car back up front. It's Chris Hughes up on the outside line here. He's going to start seeing those guys go by on the inside. Remember, he's got a fast car, so keep your eyes on this 7 car as he's starting to give up some places here early on, but he's not going to panic. And he's getting a little dicey right there. Tight racing. John Stanley trying to slip through. John Stanley in that 12 car, he's trying to get through. He gets by Chris Hughes. Look at that mess right there. Oh, there's contact. Spindle into the wall. And he spins. Oh, my gosh. And he's up against the wall again. There was contact there. And he's backwards coming down the track. And that was a hard contact for him on the inside wall. As the 27 car will take the caution flag here. There was contact definitely there with Givaldo. And I'm not sure who was, maybe Chris. Take a look here. This is Givaldo on the inside of the 13 of Colin Madiak. Looks like there was some contact right there with him. He and Colin Madiak. And then, oh man, up on his lid and then flips over. And then back into the inside wall. Ton of damage there for him. See if go look here a little bit earlier here. See the 68 car on the inside. He gets by the 7. Now closing in on the 13. Right here, he gets a heck of a run on the 13 car. 13 kind of mired back there in traffic a little bit, or up there in traffic, as the 68 now dives down to the bottom line. And I think he comes up the track. We can't really get a camera angle over there. We're behind some tour buses. I think I saw a stripper on one of the top, on the top of one of those, but then flips over on his lid. See if we can't get a look out of Christian Wilson's machine. See Givaldo just up there. He goes to the high side right there coming off, and then he's got a good run coming through the tri-oval area. Might actually move up a spot or two right here. And right here, just ahead, is Givaldo Spindola, and he gets down on the apron right there, and he comes up the track and gets into the 13 car. And then hard contact for him into the inside wall. So these guys are really racy here early on and in the runs, and I think it's kind of leading to bringing out more caution flags here. So we're under I believe our third caution of the night. Might be fourth caution by now. Lost count. Blame it on the turkey. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be at Homestead Miami Speedway in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 2 of the season. 120 laps there, and that great track. Love this track here, and this Cup mod is fantastic. Open setups, 1X tires and fuel, and a 60% damage rating. So getting some damage will, pretty much cost you some time. But not too bad, really. 60% is not that big a deal. But it's race number 2. If you'd like to come out and join us, there's a Discord address at the top. At the top of the bottom banner. How about that? The bottom ribbon. $60 laps to go here at Texas. And don't forget, coming up next week, we'll be at the Monster Mile, Dover International, 125 laps there. Race number 5 of the season. And then Martinsville, a couple short tracks in a row, and then the Tricky Triangle on December the 17th, 70-lap race there. That is a challenging track for me. I've never been able to tame that beast. And also, I would say Dover as well. I've never been I know some people love, there's nothing really wrong with Dover, let me say that up front. Or Pocono. I've just never been able to solve the mystery of either one of those tracks. Dover is really not that hard of a track to drive, but for some reason I just cannot make the car competitive there. Tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, don't forget to check out EliteHostingUSA.com. rFactor 2 servers, self-managed packages, 3 of them for you to choose from. Not only that, but also if you want to host your website,
It'll be 1 to go this time, bud.
You can give those guys a look. Also in all parts of the world, if you want an rFactor 2 server, can look up a server and provide you with a server in your region of the world. So it looks like the 27 leading the field here will take the inside line. John Stanley, look who's up there. That's right, the 12 car. Up front, running in P2. Jesus Iglesias in the 3rd position. In 4th will be Claudio Bardelli Jr., Sean Jacobs 5th, Colin Madiak 6th. See Gomez, Marizan, Hughes, Muncasey rounding out the top 10. This track has a tendency to kind of breed some caution flags because the closing rate really fast in these cars and at this track, and then also things getting tight through the turns and off turn 4 through the quad oval area. With that closing rate and then also being able to pass on the top and the bottom. Get some guys going side by side. Here we go, pace cars in.
Green flag, green flag.
Back to green is Preston Hassel and the AMD Ryzen sponsored Mustang will lead the field. Into turn 1 and the 2X down on the bottom side there trying to get through as well. Jesus Iglesias, that 2X machine, he trying to slip through. Sean Jacobs trying to get that car back up front. He's down on the bottom side there. He and John Stanley battling it out for position. On board here with the 24 car. Sean Jacobs all over the back of Jesus Iglesias right now. Sean Jacobs down to the inside. Got to be a little patient here. But he's got them Superman tires on right now. And you see the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. and John Stanley getting together. Coming off the turn. Right there, 12 and the 91 got together. Stanley apologizing to Claudio. Both those guys really, really level-headed guys. Never get really mad about anything. And see the 91 now climbing through. And John Stanley might have spooked himself a little bit. He has dropped back. Now back to the 7th position. Started in 2nd on that restart. Now trying to weave his way back through traffic. Sean Jacobs up high there. He in the 13. Rekindling that battle of a little bit earlier. See the 9X machine. This is Thiago Gomez. Look at this, man. We got a new race leader here. That's a 2X car of Jesus Iglesias. While we were watching that battle in the back of the pack, or back in the pack, Jesus Iglesias took the lead here. We'll take a look at this pass as the 2X machine getting by the 27. So Jesus Iglesias to the race lead. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's in 2nd, 27. Preston Hassel now back to 3rd. Claudio Bardelli Jr., how about this, man? He finds a way to get that car up front, doesn't he? So the 91 of Bardelli Jr. Oh, Jesus Iglesias makes contact with the wall. Bardelli Jr. down to the inside. Iglesias going to have some right side damage now. He made a hard contact with the wall. And the 91 now to the race lead. My heavens, man. That was hard contact for Jesus Iglesias. Take a look here. This is just a moment ago as Jesus Iglesias comes off the turn. His car just going to continue to drift north on him, and he makes contact with the wall right there. Man, that was a hard lick for the 2X machine. These guys still haven't figured it out back here in the back of the pack here. This is the 3X of Craig Marizon. Running by Thiago Gomez. Chris Hughes as well back there. He's running in the 9th position. Craig Marizon right now in P8. Nose to tail. Everybody sort of got it figured out here for a longer run. 91 now has Jesus Iglesias back down on the bottom side. Jesus got a good run here. Bardelli Jr. slides in and closes the door on Preston Hassel, but gives up a spot as the 2X back to the race lead. He may not be denied today. Jesus Iglesias. Damage and all. Back to the front. Looking out of the back of his machine, not so fast. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the inside line. As now Bardelli Jr. reclaims the race lead. Oh, the 9X and the 3X get together. With the 7 car, Chris Hughes, he's trying to get his car back up front. Remember, he was our pole sitter here tonight. He's trying to slip through, and he does. Sean Jacobs, John Stanley here battling it out. 24 and the 12, side by side here. Sean Jacobs up on the high line and John Stanley down on the low line. Little checkup right there. Little checkup. And they're 3 wide now. That didn't last long as John Stanley backs out of the throttle. Kicking up a little dust. 12 and the 24, it's still side by side. Craig Marizon in this mix. John Stanley here, we'll take a look. This is a little bit later. John Stanley, oh, right there. Oh, man. It looked like Sean Jacobs might have gotten into the wall there. We'll see what happened. Sean Jacobs coming off the turn and gets up into the wall and then comes across and gets into the 12 car and spins him. As the 3X slips through. Not going to see much here, I don't think. So these guys get together. Will Dunbar, what a heck of a move. Watch this, Will Dunbar with a big move. Christian Wilson also with a great move. Watch this, these guys going to get together here. Will Dunbar, great move to miss those guys. Watch this, out of the back of Chris Hughes' machine. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, he almost got into the 9X machine, or the 8X machine. Racing getting a little intense there. Guys got too comfortable just flat out racing each other. So the 2X of Jesus Iglesias is the leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is second. Preston Hassel third. Colin Madiak fourth. You see that 3X. Craig Marizon has that car back up to the 5th position.
Pit road will be open this time. Last car.
I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Wow, this has been an interesting race here, hasn't it? High speed, a lot going on here, that's for sure. But man, some very intense racing. These guys, they got comfortable. They got a little comfortable in that last run, and I thought, man, they're going to get settled down here, but not so much. They proved me wrong on that one. But hey, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here, and peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody here in the United States is having a good Thanksgiving weekend. It's been a nice one, a good spend with family and so forth, and always love a little time off, that's for sure. And the dinner, the food is absolutely amazing. Thanks to my mom, I love you very much, and all the food that she made for us, she really slaves away for days in advance and making some stuff, making tons of stuff, all our favorites. But hey, thanks so much for coming in here to joining me on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And then down in the description of this race, if you want to support me, you can click on those links and go over to the Fanatec website and help me out here. We got an interesting race, man. This has been action-packed, that's for sure. And I think just past halfway, we got more in store for you. Hopefully these guys will get settled down just a little bit here, just a little bit. That's all we need. Get us some green flag pit stops. So definitely need some green flag pit stops. We have John Stanley, Zach Casey on pit lane. You see Zach Casey in the 29 car on pit lane. John Stanley in the 12 on pit lane as well. Craig Marizon, our race leader after these guys come down pit lane. Bardelli Jr. second, Madiak third, Iglesias fourth. Chris Hughes, our pole setter, in fifth. Sean Jacobs, I think he'll have to pit with the 2 to go. Start at the tail end of the field on that one, since that caution flag was on the 24. So be kind of curious to see if the 3X machine, I'm not sure whether he came down pit lane with the rest of these guys or not, but
It'll be 1 to go this time.
So it does look, I think he has come down pit lane here, so he's had that 5 stops in. So the 3X is selected to go down to the bottom line. The 91 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. will start up on the high line here. The 13, Colin Madiak, you know he's been fast all night long, starts in the 3rd position. Iglesias starts in 4th, I believe, in the 2X car. He's been fast as well. And we're kind of getting close here on being able to make it without making another pit stop, I think. Not sure what the pit window is on these cars. So I'm getting word that the pit window is about 26 laps, so they would have to pit if we stay at green. Be nice to see some green flag pit stops. This is a tough track to make green flag pit stops, I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit tough when getting off the track onto the pit lane off of turn 4. So here we are, back to green is a 3X. Craig Marizon back to the front. It's a 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 2nd, but Colin Madiak's got something to say about that. Madiak down to the inside as Marizon drifts up high. He's going to leave the door open for the 13 car. Side by side. There's a 13 of Colin Madiak. He's wanting to take over that spot coming off turn 4. Marizon keeps it off the wall. Tucks in the 2nd position. Through the grass there. Sideways for Craig Marizon. Jesus Iglesias sees that. He says, hey man, he put grass and dirt all over my windshield. On board here with Jesus Iglesias looking ahead. He's trying to find a way to get around. He says, oh, he dives it in. Dives it in as the 3X gives him room. And Bardelli Jr. might follow him through. So 91 up to the third position. Craig Marizon lost 2 spots. And that might have been set up there of just getting into that grass and kind of getting off kilter. Trying to get that car straight back up. Chris Hughes in the 7 car. He is running in the 5th position. These guys are side by side back there in the back. Look at this, Givaldo Spindola and the 8X machine of Christian Wilson side by side. 12 car, John Stanley slipping through as well as Givaldo pulls off that pass. Sean Jacobs trying to work his way back to the front. He knows he has a fast car. 24 car, Western Auto sponsor machine. He's running in the 11th position. Little work to do for him. Colin Madiak, the leader. Iglesias is in 2nd. Bardelli Jr. 3rd. Craig Marizon in the 4th position. Thiago Gomez is in 5th. We'll take a look at Thiago Gomez. Chris Hughes all over the back of him. Also that 27 car, Preston Hassel, the AMD sponsor machine, gets by Chris Hughes. Thiago Gomez running in P5, looking to try to get his car back up there up front. Chris Hughes into the wall. Chris Hughes, contact with the wall, 3 wide. He was 2 wide there with the 27 car, and he got up into the wall, and he's going to give up a ton of positions. Gets that thing gathered back up. He got into the wall. That was pretty hard contact for him as Preston Hassel and Chris Hughes were battling it out. Take a look here. This is a little bit earlier here, the 7 car. See the 7 car through the tri-oval there as Preston Hassel in the 27 is going to get below him. See right there, the 27 diving down to the bottom line. And I think Chris Hughes is going to get into the outside wall. He's going to do that coming off the turn here. The 27 still on the bottom line, and Chris Hughes is going to run out of room coming off. Right here, he's going to get into the wall. And he's going to lose a ton of positions. Secondary contact there for the 7 car. Givaldo Spindola getting by the 8X. Christian Wilson taking over the 10th position. You what, man? Will Dunbar running in 7th. Is Sean Jacobs trying to take over that spot? He does. Oh, John Stanley trying to slip through. The 88 and the 12 car battling it out. Craig Marizon to the high side. The 9X down on the bottom side here. Craig Marizon trying to take over the 4th position. And he does. So he takes over P4. Not quite cleared the 9X machine. There we go. Getting that spot. Well, Jesus Iglesias, while we were shouting, he got around Colin Madiak. We'll take a look at that pass. See the 2X machine going down to the bottom line here and getting by Colin Madiak. The 2X might be on his way to race victory here tonight. Looking very solid here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Oh, Bardelli Jr. and Colin Madiak getting after it. Some more contact between the 2 of those guys. Take a look at that on this replay. Bardelli Jr. to the inside as Madiak up on the outside. Not a lot of room for the 91 car. He's going to drift up there just a little bit. Gets into the 13. And there's going to be some more contact right here. Those guys did a great job hanging on to that. Preston Hassel and Sean Jacobs battling it out. Told you Sean Jacobs methodically working his way back through traffic here. He knows he's got a fast car. 27 also fast in this AMD Rising sponsor machine. Western Auto number 24. Coming off the turn, taking over that spot now in 6th. Oh, there's contact right there. The 9X got into the wall. That is the 9X machine, and he got into the wall, and Sean Jacobs almost took him out. Watch this. 9X is going to get into the wall here. This is side by side here. Sean Jacobs getting that spot. And then has a head of steam coming off right there, and you see that 9X machine into the wall, and Sean Jacobs right here trying to avoid him and gets into the back of him. Just a little kiss. Preston Hassel and Sean Jacobs have gotten through. John Stanley now trying to get through that 9X. That 9X got some damage. 9X has some damage, and he's going to start giving up some spots here as the 27 and the 24 both gotten by. Christian Wilson got into the wall there as well. Hard contact from him. And this 9X machine up the track here as John Stanley in the 12 trying to get through. 88, Will Dunbar trying to make it through as well. Thiago Gomez trying to hang on to that spot, and he is way up the track. Lets that 88 car go. 7 car, 8X trying to get through. They're almost 3 wide as the 8X gets through. The 9X up the track. Not quite cleared him yet, but the 9X fighting back on the high line. Oh, more contact right there. Ran out of room. Christian Wilson down to the inside. Colin Madiak saying, I am done running second. Time for me to go. The 13 car down to the inside. Jesus Iglesias up on the outside line, and Colin Madiak gets through. Claudio Bardelli Jr. trying to follow him through in that 91 car. Bardelli Jr. gets through. The 13 back to the race lead. Preston Hassel, Sean Jacobs battling it out. Clear track ahead for them. It's side by side, the 27 and the 24. Remember that 24 car had gotten around. Now the 27 car is showing a little muscle here. These guys better get nose to tail if they want to close back in on that front 4. Craig Marizon looking to make some moves. And he's running in the 4th position, kind of the tail end of this 4-car draft here. He's going to the high side. Marizon to the high side, using the run, coming off turn 4 through the quad oval. Side by side, dangerous part of the track to be side by side. The 3X backs off. Now back in the throttle. Oh, there it is. There it is. There was contact there with the 2X and the 3X. Marizon, I thought he had that spot, but not so fast. These guys still side by side. Oh, more contact right there. These guys leaning on each other. The 2X does not want to give up that spot. My heavens. Will Dunbar in the 88 car. Trying to make some moves. It's the 12 car going down to the bottom line. I think the 12 is making a pit stop here. John Stanley coming down pit lane. John Stanley on pit lane here. So I think we're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops.
I'm just doing 2 tires.
Side by side view here is the 12 car coming back off pit lane. The 13 of Colin Madiak leading the field. John Stanley finishing up his pit stop. That'll be the last one for him, assuming we go caution free. Colin Madiak, P1. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr., P2. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X, P3. P4 is Craig Marizon. Preston Hassel is in 5th. Will Dunbar on pit lane as well in the 88 car. Colin Matiak making a pit stop here in the 13 car. Their 2X going in with him. So our race leader giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. You see Will Dunbar finishing up his pit stop. '91, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the race leader. As we got to watch that Colin Matiak and his pit stop. Bardelli Jr. coming down pit lane, giving up the race lead. He and Craig Marizon coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes on pit lane. Tiago Gomez. Matiak's finished up his pit stop. He's coming back out on track. See the 91 up on jacks there. Colin Matiak comes back out in 5th, but I think he's going to end up taking the lead here once these guys, once pit stops cycle around. Bardelli Jr.'s finished up his pit stop. He's coming back out on track. Givaldo Spindle giving the 13 car a lot of room. Can the 13 make it 3 in a row? 3 wins this season if he pulls it off here. Iglesias is in 2nd. Stanley 3rd. Bardelli Jr. is 4th. John Stanley had a heck of a pit stop here. Now comes back out in 3rd. And he is all over the back of the 2X machine. These guys 2 seconds behind Colin Matiak. Don't forget about Bardelli Jr. running in the 4th position. This guy's nose to tail right now. Jesus Iglesias has had a heck of a race here today. I told you, he's really shown a lot of improvement. He's starting to get that car up front a lot and aggressive, not afraid to put that car in a place other people may not go. So those guys now running up on some lap traffic. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 car. Kind of wonder where he's going to go. He's down to the inside. He's going to make these guys go to the high side. These guys go up to the high side. Bardelli Jr. down on the bottom side here, and they're going to go 3 wide. They are 3 wide through the turn, and that is some dangerous move right there. If I said with Givaldo, I think I probably would have gone to the high side and let these guys figure it out. Iglesias likes that. He likes what he's seeing out of the back of his car as the 12 car and the 91 starting to get after it here. Iglesias has closed the distance, 1.6 seconds. 2-second gap there for Bardelli Jr. and John Stanley to the race leader. Hassel is in 5th. Marizon 6th. Sean Jacobs in the 7th position. Wilson is 8th. Dunbar 9th. Gomez in 10th. See our race leader go by. These guys closing in. Marizon down to the bottom side here, getting around that 27. Craig Marizon now up to the 5th position. Preston Hassel back to 6th. Take a look at Will Dunbar having a good night here, running in P9. Looking pretty sporty here, pretty racy. Christian Wilson. That Toyota, he's running in the 8X, a Toyota. I'm not sure why he wasn't in his paint scheme. Sure, I'll talk to him after the race about that. Figure out if I've done something wrong to the car set, but I think he should be okay. Look at this. That lead for Colin Matiak all but evaporated. The 2X now closing in. He's there. Oh, there's contact right there. Contact with the 2X machine. Bardelli Jr. They're trying to slip that car through. More contact. These guys leaning on that 13 car. Bardelli Jr. to the race lead. And there's contact right there. Oh, Madiak. Oh, no. I don't know why those guys getting together there. Caution flag, and that is not the caution flag that the Bardelli Jr. wanted to see. What in the world went on right there? We'll take a look here. The 2X and the 13. Up there into the side of the 13 car, and there's going to be more contact. These guys just flat out wrecking right into the wall. And Iglesias, he's going to get slammed again by the 8X machine. Hard contact right there in that 2X. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Look at this. Oh, just cannot miss the 2X machine. That 8X, just a heck of a lot of contact right there. Look at these guys getting through here. I don't know, but Dunbar might have made some contact there. Oh, that's a 9X machine. I think Gomez might have made some contact too. I don't know. Everybody hit Jesus Iglesias on this deal. That 9X car just got rocked. Absolutely got rocked right there. Madiak, I mean, he just not sure what happened here, man. Let's look at this. Looks like that 2X car gets into the back of Madiak. And then absolutely annihilated. My next car just absolutely gets smoked. Bardelli Jr. is the leader, and he's got to be feeling pretty good here, I think, because with a couple of top contenders now dealing with some pretty significant damage. I mean, Madiak on pit lane fixing his damage, and he's got some pretty substantial repairs, and I think he's in pretty good shape here. Bardelli Jr. might be in pretty good shape here to get a win. Not to say that he wasn't before, but got to feel a little bit better about where he's at here, given the fact that some top contenders are on pit lane repairing some damage. 13 now, you see him coming back out on from taking service. He's going to start, I think, somewhere around 11th position, maybe 10th. As Bardelli Jr. is the leader. Well, that is interesting. I thought we were going to make it green the rest of the way. We had green flag pit stops. That's what I had hoped for, right? I did my Thanksgiving blessing and wished for a green flag pit stop. And we got one of those, and then we're right back to the caution flag. You know, what I was saying earlier, you know, with respect to Jesus and the 2X car, he's really shown a lot of improvement. He still has a, you know, he turns that volume up to hyper aggressive sometimes, and tries some moves. He gets himself in a position where, you know, it's almost not too late to back out. And when you run that aggressive, you know, you're going to end up taking a bite once in a while, or getting bitten once in a while, I should say. And I think that's just what happened to him. Trying to put that car somewhere, and then the hole closes up, and probably not a good time or you know, place on the track to try that move through that quad oval area. We see things tighten up there in a hurry. So we get going back green. We're going to have Bardelli Jr., the leader. Marizon will start second. Hassel third. Wilson in the 8X car starts in the fourth position. Will Dunbar fifth. See Chris Hughes sixth. Thiago Gomez will start in the seventh position. Sean Jacobs eighth. John Stanley ninth. Colin Madiak will start in the 10th position. So you see the 91 is elected to go down to the bottom line here. Craig Marizon will start on the outside line in the 3X machine. So we have 2 laps to sort it out. And we go back green. Hopefully we do 2 laps of green flag racing. Either that or we'll have a green-white checker. But you can rest assured that there's going to be all take and no give on this this little sequence here. So I think our chances of having a green or a caution flag are probably well north of 50%. That'd be my guess. I've only seen a few of these races. Get my last sip of coffee. I know you gotta be thinking, wait a minute, why are you drinking coffee at 10:40? Hey, because I can. All right, the 91, Bardelli Jr. will lead the field to take the green flag on this 2-lap shootout. Here we go. See the AMD sponsor machine. He's just back there behind there in third, lurking. All right, green, back to green here. Marizon's been fast on restarts. Bardelli Jr. got a little bit of a push from the 27 car. Clears the 3X. Look at that. Will Dunbar's gotten that car up front. He's in the third position. Will Dunbar in the 88 going to the high side. It's 3 wide coming off the turn. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 1 to go. And we got a caution flag. We got a caution flag, and I knew it. I knew it. The 91 takes the flag there, and we're going to have a green-white checker. Oh, my God. What happened? Something between the 24 and the 7 car, or excuse me, the 9X machine, I believe, or the 8X. Should be the 8X. We'll see what happened here. right here. It looked like there was contact in front between Will Dunbar and the 9X. Sean trying to avoid that. Gets into the 8X. Oh, Spindola smacks the wall there. Watch this, the 9X machine. Tiago Gomez. Will Dunbar comes down into him. Gets into the 9X right there. And then the 9X. 12 trying to miss him. 24 going up the track trying to miss him. And then the 8X gets taken out. So that really started, I think, when you start thinking about that 88 car coming down. I think he was just sandwiched in between the 3X and the 9X, and Will Dunbar comes down the track right here. See him dipping below that tar colored line. And then hard contact. My heavens, man. So we got a green-white checker. Told you we wouldn't go without a caution flag. I knew it was better than 50%. So green-white checker here at Texas. So things are bigger in Texas. Well, the wrecks have certainly been bigger. That's for sure. Jacobs, Wilson, and Dunbar all on pit lane. As Bardelli Jr. continuing to lead, Preston Hassel second, Craig Marizon third, John Stanley in the fourth position. Not that, he's been quiet. Came in here early, asked me how Thanksgiving was. It was great. You asked him about Canadian Thanksgiving, and they have theirs in October. Well, I think that the 91 will probably take the inside line again. The 27 will be up on the outside line. I'd be surprised if I see the 91 take the outside here, but he's going to have a little bit of help, I think, with the 3X machine. If he does take the inside line, that 3X has been fast. John Stanley up on the outside line. I think he and the 27 car will definitely work together. And then don't forget about Gomez and Madiak. Madiak working his way back up through traffic here. I mean, he's got an outside shot of maybe winning this thing. And he was flat out wrecked, broke just a few laps ago. About, about 5-6 laps ago, he was on pit lane taking service. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we'll be back at it in the Saturday Night Thunder. Homestead Miami Speedway. What a fun track, man. 120 laps there in the Cup cars. Open setups, of course, 1X tires, 1X fuel. 60% damage rating on that. That's race number 2 of the season. You don't want to miss it. If you'd like to join us at High Octane Racing League on Saturday nights, we're going to start an hour earlier than normal to accommodate our Brazilian friends who race with us. since the time change. It's been a little bit late for them, so we'll start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for qualifications. Race will be about 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So I say we're probably going to get lane choice this time by. And it looks like the 91 car has elected to go to the bottom line there. That puts the 27 car up on the outside line. 3X, Craig Marizon will start in third on the inside line. The 12 of John Stanley starts in the fourth position. The 9X, Thiago Gomez, starts in fifth. Colin Madiak sixth. Chris Hughes, Jesus Iglesias, Givaldo Spindola, and Will Dunbar rounding out the top 10 here on this restart. Well, if I were if I were Jesus Iglesias, how about Claudio Bardelli Jr.? Hell, if I was any one of those three guys, I'd just be racing the hell out of that car. The 91, I think I'm going to try to just protect that bottom line, hopefully clear that 27 car, and if I do, just play defense. Next caution flag will end the race. Can we make it to green, to the checkered flag?
Green flag, go, go, go.
Here we go. Oh, the 27 did not get off to a good start, and he is into the side of somebody, and they yellow flag. I think the 27 car might have spun his tires, and the 91 is going to come away with a race victory here. What in the world happened there? So the 91 is going to come away with a race victory. It looked to me like Preston Hassel might have spun his tires on the restart. So 27 down into the 9X and then across the track, and 13 gets caught up in that as well. A little bit of contact right there at the last. And I think 12 might have gotten into the back of the 27 car right there at the start. That lifted the back end off the ground, I think, just enough. So when the 27 got into the gas, it spun those tires loose. Right there was a little contact. And then the, my heavens. So the 91 is going to get the race win here. How about that, huh? Claudio Bardelli Jr. going to get the race victory here at Texas. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. as he gets the big race win here at Texas. These guys slamming into the side of him there. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. What a good race there for him. He got the car where he needed it and when he needed it there. That's for sure. So great job to him. That was an interesting race. I just had a feeling. I mean, these guys were a little aggressive tonight. Oh, hopped up on pumpkin pie. But Bardelli Jr. had that car where he needed it at the very end, and congratulations to him on getting the race win. That got a little messy, that's for sure. But Bardelli Jr. will certainly take that and go to the clubhouse, that's for sure. We'll take a look at the final results here tonight in a little bit of a messy race.
Pit road will be open this time.
So we're getting a final lap situation. I don't know what's going on there, but take a look at the final results there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. gets the win. Craig Marizan finishes in the second position. Thiago Gomez finishes third. Chris Hughes, good run there for him. Our pole setter finishes in the fourth position. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X finishes fifth. Givaldo Spindola finishes in the sixth position. Colin Madiak seventh. Will Dunbar finishes in the eighth position. Finishing in ninth is Sean Jacobs in the 24. Christian Wilson in the 10th position in the 8X machine. Zachman Casey finishes in the 11th position in the 29 car. Preston Hassel in the 27 finishes in 12th. John Stanley 13th. And Glenn Wilson finishes in the 14th position. All right, we're going to get Claudio Bardelli Jr. up here in the booth with us. And again, what a big win there for him. Parabéns, Claudio Bardelli.
Obrigado. Thank you, Heath.
Well, that was a very interesting race. A lot of pit stops with under caution flags. A lot of cautions tonight. What was going through your mind there on that last restart when you took the bottom line?
I'm trying maintain my position, but my tires is low. But I believe it's the yellow flag. The guys in back, the tires, new tires. I tried to to price, né? To yellow flag, please, yellow flag. I win.
Well, it looked like that each and every driver had to be pretty aggressive in order to gain positions. You could really close in on the back of somebody very quickly. Did you have to play defense all night long when you had a position and you saw some guys behind you that were trying to take that position?
Yeah, the setup is very fast, and the guy is very close. Então I try to maintain my position, no pushing hard, no force it, and yes, and in the final is pushing hard, a touch calling, I believe, and I don't know. But I try, Rich. I believe I look another.
Well, hey, congratulations. Next week is the Monster Mile at Dover International. 125 laps there. How do you feel about that track?
Yes, Dover is a very good track for me. And no Martinsville. Dover, yes. Martinsville is very bad. But I try.
Well, hey, congratulations. Always enjoy watching your streams on your YouTube channel. You are just a fantastic race car driver, and really, no matter what sim you're in, your F1, you're in Automobilista. I've seen you do a set of course, I think, as well, and then of course, here in rFactor too. So you're a great race car driver, and good to see you in victory lane.
Thank you, Rich. I say to work in Portuguese.
What's that?
Agradecer a galera que correu, Jesus, Thiago, Givaldão, galera que corre sempre aqui, galera que fica acompanhando a gente. Obrigadão, um beijo para minha esposa que tá até agora me ouvindo aqui 1h da manhã no Brasil. Valeu, gente. Thank you, Rich.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you.
All right, that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here and speaking to his Brazilian fans. Sooner or later, I'm going to learn Portuguese. I mean, I know a few phrases, but man, what a beautiful language. And I don't know, Bardelli Jr., I think I remember him telling me that the next win he got, that he was going to send me plane ticket to Brazil. So I'm ready to go, man. It's springtime there and moving into summer. So perfect time for me to take a little vacation and come down and visit down into Brazil. So, so congratulations to him. And don't forget, the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way tomorrow. Homestead Miami Speedway, 120 laps, race number 2 of the season. And the big win last week, guess who got it? Guess who got it? That's right, Heath Johnson. That guy drove, I don't know, he had a little help there from his buddies, but got up front when I needed to and got a race win. So technically, I'm the points leader right now in the Saturday Night Thunder until tomorrow. Well, hey, don't forget to come out and join us. If you'd like to run with us, there's a Discord address on the banner. You're more than welcome to come out here, and we'll get you set up. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Been a little interesting here tonight, that's for sure. But I appreciate everybody coming in. It looks like Claudio is already doing some high fives in the chat session. So it's good to see him in the chat session there on the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there. Don't forget you can share my videos with all of your friends, all 1,500 of them. Also, I need you to invite 385 of your friends to come out and subscribe to the channel, so I have 1,000. I am past 500, man, so I'm working my way back downhill, I guess. I don't know if that's the way you want to do it, but I'm excited about that. It'd be nice to see, maybe before I get too old, that I actually have a monetized channel here on YouTube. That'd be great. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. At least I know where it's at. It's right there. I can see it. It's right there. Just give it a little love tap. then help me out by clicking on the links down in the description of this race and following those over to the Fanatec website and helping me out here at TurnLeftTV. Would greatly appreciate that. But Bardelli Jr. really had that car where he needed to have it at the end of the race. That's for sure. So what a great job he did. Well, I tell you what, boys and girls, that's going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate you joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Until next time, you know what that means. That means I am out of here.